Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. So I thought we'd revisit mental hunger today because it's been a couple of months and for me it's always very important to keep in touch with my mental hunger and keep it like right there on the horizon at any time so I don't get confused with my belly hunger because the two of them can sometimes mimic. And my mental hunger can convince me that my stomach is hungry. And I don't know if it's the foods I eat now or the length of time in between. I go 5 hours in between my first meal and my last meal of the day because I'm a 2-meal-a-day person. And I'm not sure if it's that time in between. And even in the morning, it's funny when I'm sitting in my tubby tub having my little magnesium soak, because I do mine in the morning. I know it's crazy. I've got that big antique legged tub. It's so much fun. So when I'm sitting in there, my stomach will do the gurgle thing. Like, to me, it's finished digesting the dinner. So it's like at least 12 hours since I ate dinner. And then I just have my bulletproof coffee. And then my first bite of something comes at 10:30, 11:30. And so so I give it that much more time on top of that. So my intermittent fasting is say I'm done by 6 and I eat at 11, so it's 17 hours. And that's like every day. And so if I eat at 11, then I've got dinner, between 4 and 5 at night because I'm all blue collar all the time. Tune in. And so the mental hunger really can play on me if I don't get enough fats at lunch. And I've played it out and tried to figure it out, whether it's protein, whether it's some carbs, whether it's feeling full, like a lot of volume food, or if it's fats. And over the last few months, I've really paid attention to lunch so I don't have that mental hunger anguish between like 12 and 5, is to make sure I get enough fats. And one of the ways that I do it, I do runs of things, as many of you know, and it's 3 ounces of Fai full-fat yogurt and 2 tablespoons of nut butter, which happens to be Teddy old-fashioned peanut butter at this moment. It could always change. I've got plenty of almond butter and cashew butter on hand because I'm a little with my nut butters. But that and either a meat stick or it's the Volpe rollatini. It's prosciutto with mozzarella rolled up. Oh, it's so divine. And then a couple of little organic-y things like organic baby carrots or organic pepper strips, and like today I'm having 1 small nectarine and 1 ounce of organic grapes, all organic, and I bought some organic peaches. What a horrible! So I'm hoping I can duplicate these organic nectarines as they taste like summer fruit should. So for me, it's getting enough fat. Oh, and then I have my bulletproof latte at noon, which is almond coconut milk, 1 tablespoon of Calapo coconut oil, which is just a richer coconut tasting oil, divine, and half a tablespoon of Zyla. That's my afternoon one. Whereas my morning one has butter, brain octane, maca powder, and the half a tablespoon of Zyla as well. So so I'm getting enough fats at lunch to carry me through. That's the deal. And mental hunger for me, I don't have the nighttime eating issue. I worked on that a number of years ago. And it's a bear. Mental hunger is a bear, and nighttime eating is a bear. There's just no other pretty way to put it. It's just like eating the standard American diet and then going on a new food plan where you give up grains or sugar or just processed foods, or just soda, or just something. And it's like it becomes the full-time obsession. It's like I'm not having this and I'm thinking more about it, not having it, than I did when I had it. Well, that's the duh in food issues, right? Because when we're eating without any restrictions, sanctions, conscious, we do all kinds of stupid choices, or lousy choices, or not even real food choices, right? You know that they call junk food just edible. It's not, there's nothing in it. They might pump it full of chemical vitamins, but is that really how you want to roll? Is that with the abundance of nature and beautiful organic sections in these stores now, even regular grocery stores? You really want to roll with CRAP? I should make that into an acronym and figure out what CRAP could be. I'll think about that. Let me just write that down, see if I can come up with something. For me, the mental hunger is, it becomes obsessive at first. And then comes the really digging in and figuring out what it is that keeps you full for those 5 hours, or from your last bite at night, at dinner time, not snacking time, to the morning. Maybe you do eat breakfast. A lot of people do. I always did. So I'm not here to tell you not to eat breakfast. I'm just saying that I don't. I get carried over and have the 2 substantial meals after my bulletproof latte, and that lasts, So, for you, it could be, a hamburger patty, even with cheese on it. It could be an omelet of some sort, even without cheese, with enough protein in the eggs and some healthy fat to carry you over, because you want to have the yolks, because the yolks have the good stuff in it. And so it's what's going to work for you in between meals, whether it's from breakfast to lunch or lunch to dinner. The less you put in your body as snacks, the less you put in your body as, if you have 3 meals, it's like giving your body a chance to work on what you ate at the meal before. And I used to think it was eat, snack, meal, snack, meal, snack, meal, snack. And gosh, it's not. It's letting your body digest everything in it, totally emptying out, so it doesn't start messing around with how much it absorbs of calories. And how when some people go on crazy diets for decades, like I might have, and that yo-yo thing, and then they go and they try to do something, and their body is resisting because it got used to that starvation thing. So the best part I like about low carb, high fat, and keto is you can eat enough. If you don't eat enough, your body says, oh, this is what we're dealing with here, huh? It doesn't help you lose weight. It just stops. It just stops inside of you, and you can't lose weight. It becomes resistant. So I'd rather have a good substantial day's worth of healthy fats, a handful, just a little handful of animal protein, and lots and lots and lots of organic veggies, and just a smattering of food at fruit at noontime, and maintain. Sometimes I lose, but most times I'm just maintaining what I've lost. And I lost a good amount. I mean, I'm the tiniest I've ever been in my entire life. And so I don't need to lose more. And so I'm really happy. I don't want to gain, because metabolism slows down as you age. And so I'm going to be 66 in 2 weeks. And I would venture to say that my metabolism has really slowed. And so I have to be mindful of that. And so mental hunger is a bear. Nighttime eating is a bear. Giving them up are bears, because you don't want to anger that bear. And that bear gets very angry when you take when you take that nighttime eating away from it, and when you try to go from one meal to the next, not starving yourself, but making sure that the previous meal had enough in it to carry you. So when you get hungry, you've got a gurgle, you're good and hungry, and you can tuck in to the next meal that will have substantial, healthy fats, good protein, and a good amount of organic veggies. I always suggest, or some sort of veggie, a leafy green salad for your potassium, magnesium, and all the other good stuff, and even calcium. I think calcium's in either kale or spinach or both. So dark green leafy, right? And and just making sure and having good oils on that salad. So it's just taking care of all that stuff to feel full. I mean, that's always been my objective, or to feel satiated, satisfied, having satiety be my goal. And I want to purr like a kitten when I'm done eating, because I ate great stuff. Not just like stuff because it's on a food plan and I want to diet and lose weight because somebody told me this is what I have to eat. No, I want to eat stuff that is my world of savory, my world of delicious, my world of this is what I'm talking about. And find this is what you're talking about foods and have them. If you're like me and you can do a roll, have the same thing quite a few days in a row and not get sick of it, do it. Why not? I alter my lunches with a few different things, but some of you have to have different things all the time. Some of you get bored and they've got great menus. But if you're trying to newly adapt yourself to like low carb, high fat, or keto, stick to basic, simple foods. Don't get fancy with the cooking until you've kind of gotten fat adapted, which could take 1 to 2 weeks or a month. Who knows the damage I've done over the 64 years before I turned to low carb, high fat, and keto. So for 64 years, I was a standard American diet kind of dame, and having the breads, having the grains, having the cereal every single morning, tons of fruit every single day, having pizza, having garbage, having ice cream and cookies and cake. Cake was my last binge, and it wasn't my last one-time binge. I was binging on cake for at least a month. I would go to Market Basket and buy 2, a tiramisu and a salted caramel, and I would go the next week and buy the same 2 cakes because those 2 were gone. Oh yeah. In the end, it was total addiction. There was nothing fun about it. And I don't ever want to go back there again. And was I full? Did eating the cakes make me full? No. Did eating, a third of a cake, a half of a cake at each sitting make me feel satisfied, satiated? No. No, they didn't. My attic was just in full bloom, and I stopped because I thought, well, if I stop at half, at least I'm not, you can fill in the blanks, because when you're in that full load of binging mode, the bargains you make with yourself are just incredible, and sick, and you don't want to be sick and suffering from food consumption, right? You want to be good to yourself, and only you can make the choices that you make to eat. And so that's why we do this every single day ad nauseum, because we want you to feel good, to feel healthy, to feel satisfied, to feel like you're putting the best things you can. Feed that coconut oil to your brain. Your brain loves coconut oil. Feed that Kerrygold butter to yourself. Put it on those vegetables so you can absorb more of the nutrition in the vegetables. The butter helps. Who knew? Gosh, I loved receiving that memo. Have a wonderful day, my pickles. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Bye-bye for now.